In 2010, the Pew Research Center questioned 1,967 adults in the U.S. to estimate the proportion of the population favoring marijuana use for medical purposes. It was found that 74% are in favor of using marijuana for medical purposes. State the individual, variable, population, sample, parameter, and statistic. All right, so in order to answer this, we need to walk through what the definition of each of these terms are. First, a population is defined as all items pertaining to a study. A sample is a subset of the population that is used for getting a result easier than using an entire population. An individual then is just one single item from the population. So let's see if we can identify which of these are provided in the following. So first we have all adults in the United States. So I would say that is our population, because that is all the items that pertain to this study. So we did a study of all adults in the United States, so the results pertain to the entire population. Next, we have one adult in the United States. So that looks like it would be the individual. So if we are doing a study, we do the study one at a time, one person at a time. And so the individual. The 74% in favor of using marijuana in the study, the 74% in favor of using marijuana in the U.S., the 1,967 adults in the U.S. surveyed, and favoring marijuana for use of medical purposes. So the one that sounds most like a sample would be the 1,967 adults in the U.S. surveyed, because that is a subgroup of the entire population. So that secures those three terms. Now, the variable is the item studied. So in this case, what we're studying is whether someone favors medical marijuana use or not. That sounds most like 6. So that is the variable being studied. Then it comes down to a statistic versus a parameter. And a statistic is a calculation from a sample, and a parameter is a calculation from a population. And often we don't have the entire population, so you don't really do a calculation based off the entire population. So it's more taking the statistic and generalizing that statistic to the entire population that really matters. So let's see what makes most sense. All right, so the 74% in favor of using marijuana in the study. So this right here sounds like a statistic because it says in the study. So that means of those 1,967 adults that were surveyed, that right there is the study. 74% of them favor marijuana use. So statistic. The 74% in favor of using marijuana in the US, that is the parameter, because that is where we've taken the statistic and generalized that result to the population.